Hi. Good morning from the Republic of South Africa. And the time now it's 1 a.m. South African time. And the date today is the 12th day of the 11th month, 2018. And thank you to all my fellows who are currently viewing this live stream broadcast. It's good morning from the Republic of South Africa. And thanks again to your Kotai Williams. It's good to see you again. And others who are currently viewing, though they are not on the top chat. Thanks again. I've been off for over a week for sure, but our cash flow students from Soweto, South Africa, they did show up and share with you a lot, though I know there was a language barrier, but they will keep on sharing with you ongoing since we are currently training leaders, broadcasters, and builders too. We have to bring in new fellows in this TBC community. I thought I was the only one who's seeing that, but it looks like the creator has also noticed that in our latest article. I don't know if many of you have checked that article, the very latest one. Yes, it is true that many have slowed down. Some leaders, some builders, and other good interested members, they've slowed down. There are many reasons when you look at the whole explanation of why they have slowed down. We can debate that until the end of the year, but I'm not gonna get into that, but we know the reasons. But while we're still considering those reasons, the train has to move. We don't have to allow it to stop, Sometimes you will see me live streaming, sometimes you won't. And I might take some time now lately because of my focus on building other leaders, broadcasters, and builders like I've already mentioned. I think that is the only way to go. For the past few months, of course, I was never happy to see same faces over and over again, And sometimes when we go on a live stream, we see same participants over and over again who are not multiplying. And it really shows that when we're discussing about the 4 graphs or the 4 charts, we discussed about the first 3 from your left, and we also discussed about the very first one from your right, which is the red one. People did not get it, did not understand exactly what you were talking about. The whole article with those graphs was explaining about how can we multiply the growth within TBC community towards 1 billion mark. That's what the article was explaining. That's what those graphs are explaining. I would say they are explaining that because we are currently on the distribution, also a building phase. That is why we have builders. But rule number one, or priority number one, currently, broadcasting, followed by what I've already explained. Because without a broadcasting, the other three things that I've explained won't be in place. I hope we are together on that, right? So we have to build TBC community around the globe, irrespective of who is angry, who is cross, who is disappointed. It makes no difference now because many of us were already in it. We may dwell on certain things and say there were promises from the creator, and some of those promises were not fulfilled. We can debate that, until the end of the year, even the next coming year. But the question is, if that is the case, when you get into, or when you get deeper into things, will that be true? Because at the same time, we have to look at how things were introduced by the creator, okay? And then how did we respond? Did we work within the time frame as per the creator's request, or did we work outside the time frame? Those are the questions that we should be asking ourselves before we jump into the conclusion. Don't forget that the current system has caused much damage to humanity. Sometimes some people don't know exactly what to think anymore. There's anger, there are these emotions. There has to be someone to be blamed, Even if the right thing is in place, there will be this syndrome of blaming, at the end. But we got to look at the solution after we have noticed that there is a problem. Then what will be the solution? Okay. So, yes, I agree. And some of you know that there's been a slowdown in the growth of TBC. But most of the things that are being said, is it true that they have caused the slowdown? According to my understanding, within the community of TBC. We are open to everyone, and we are open to any question, that's how, or that is the way we should be, to be open to questions, any question, though some of those questions won't be exactly directed to our system. Some of those questions will be outside our system. Okay. And if we do have answers, of course, we will give the right answer to those questions. Even if we do not have answers to those questions, we will still give answers that will direct someone somehow in order to get clarity. I hope we are there. Okay. Now, we are over 3.3 million currently, right? But only few are active. And as for the remaining number from the current figure, they are active, but differently, not on the same pace. The speed we differ with speed. Okay. So now, our heading today, it says, let's share. This is a part 6. And then it's also asking a question, where to exactly? From where we are, where to? For the past couple of weeks, I have been so held up trying to help some of our community members in order to understand exactly what is this mission all about, and why are we teaching the system, and why is it important to become a broadcaster, and why broadcasting is a priority, number one. Sure. On our first couple of cash flow training sessions, they did not get it, though you have seen quite a few of them live streaming. But as for previous week, they were now beginning to understand and enjoy because someone took them through, So this is what we are talking about. This is what we are looking for. And some of you on the top chat, I'm looking forward to see their broadcasting live stream soon, and bringing your referrals or prospectors into this community. They mustn't just be prospectors or your referrals. No. It doesn't have to end there. You will be killing this community. Allow them, as soon as you allow them, then the red graph will be fulfilled in no time. We also have a huge responsibility within the Billion Coin community, but it will depend that do we understand that responsibility or not? Because I remember from this very same article that was posted today, the very latest article, let me put it that way. It has been explained that if someone does not understand our system or does not know what to do, there will always be cash flow coaches to take them through. So that person can opt for any or a coach of his or her choice to take him or her through. Because without that, though some will be from a different background with, of course, formal education, some from varsity level education, but at the end of the day, when you're in this community, you still need someone to take you through. Of course, it's not going to be for free. There's going to be a fee for that. So that's how it stands. That's how the creator has proposed it. So who will follow that? But if you divert from that, then what? One will never learn anything. Instead, that particular one will go around asking questions from this one, that one, trying to gather information, but it's not going to work because you still need someone to take you through. So it is a huge task, believe you me. I moved around. I shared with many fellows around the globe, some online, some offline, others one-on-one. Believe you me, not everyone can present TBC the way it should be. Many are not doing the right thing because after they've presented the system to different Barangay communities, we will be faced with questions. We will be receiving a bigger number of offense. That tells you something, that something has not been presented quite well. So we have these problems, and then you can even see during our cash flow trainings, some, they don't even know how to get into their emails, KCBO, wallets, TBC009.net. They don't know anything about that. So that is why the creator has picked up that, no, there has to be a training. We did have leadership trainings from 2016, but what is happening currently, it's an additional on top of that training somehow, because some of the codes, if you go back, okay, especially those who were trained from 2016, some of the codes are being restored again into the current cash flow coach training, because we have to ensure that one understands the duties and the responsibilities of a leader. Leaders are not born, but leaders are created. These are some of the things. Okay, if you go on Common Sense article, you'll understand what I mean. Okay, so thanks again, Jocelyn Coneras. It's good to see you. I forever see you on Facebook, and you are a very busy fellow of ours, or TBC. I really appreciate that. Diana, thanks again for being here with us. And Serenze, Tiko Ekai Williams, thanks again for joining us this side. And let me see. Oh, yeah, we have, but thanks for all your comments. And it's good to see all of you again. And I'm looking forward to see more of you, even your prospectus, referrals, not just you. And MD RFL, hi again, brother. Good to see you again. Yeah. In order for this system to move a little bit faster and to work out, it requires everyone's responsibility. We cannot blame the creator at the end of the day. Like I've explained some things when we start few minutes ago, that what was proposed to us at a given time, did we work within the time frame? I might have worked within the time frame yourselves, but was the number completed at a given time? Did we work within the time frame? No, we didn't. You see where the problem is. So when certain things are proposed, in order for us to move forward a little bit faster, then we should learn to participate or stand up and do things at a given time, meaning working within the time frame. But as soon as we drag our feet and start scratching our heads, thinking, complaining, or thinking that, oh, we have a bigger number they will do, it's not going to work. Yes, it's not going to work. Some of us, we from other networks online before TBC was launched. We were hit. We lost monies. We lived with hope. We from Forex, we from stock markets. We've learned a lot, but we lost. We accepted that. Somewhere we have gained, though it wasn't that much. Some of us played with money, they've lost it all. Bitcoin came. It has created millionaires and billionaires in dollars. Let me tell you, if you don't know, Bitcoin has done that, and we still respect Bitcoin. It's the mother of all cryptocurrencies, but it did not eradicate poverty at all globally, didn't. We looked around, though sometimes we cannot talk, and yes, we cannot even share amongst with each other what other sources are we engaged with. But we try with the hope that, while TBC is still on a building phase, let us try here, let us try there. I do the same, you do the same. Because the creator of TBC knows that before TBC was launched, we did other things and we still do other things. But whenever there's a call for us to come and further our duties in the Billion Coin, we will always be available, because we understand the system, we understand the mission of TBC. So at the end of the day, it mustn't be a question or a saying that TBC has hostaged us. The creator does not think for us. We should have been doing other things. No. You can still do those things. But at the end of the day, you know the truth. Right. I hope it is clear. Now, last part one. I shared with some of my fellows in one of the groups on Facebook, of course. Actually, that group is a close group. I don't just accept anyone there. There's a reason why it's a close group. If I invited you, it will be easy for you to come in. But if I didn't, you won't have access. So we had a live, I'll say a live broadcast, sharing some of the things, because we have to use other social media groups wisely in order to take certain people from the ground to the first level. Once they are on first level, it will be easier for some of us to lead them into abundance of what? The billion coin. I hope we're clear on that. Yeah, we don't just do things. There has to be a plan, you know. So I'm coming back to last part one. What about the next coming generation? I mean, the youth. I don't see youth members in this community of TBC globally. I only see us veterans, middle age, you know. What is wrong? What's going on? Which generation are we talking about? Which generation are we saying we are preparing for them? The next coming generations, meaning they are made, it's not just one level. Where are they? Do you understand what we're talking about, fellows? The field is so broad. You haven't done much. You haven't done anything. As soon as we are there, I will share with you and congratulate you that we are now there. Yes, the youth. Where are they? I haven't seen them, and I'm looking forward to see that youth, the next coming generations. Where are they? They should be here, taking the lead. $3.3 million. I think we have to revisit that and try to check exactly from our back office, our referrals, that what is going on. I'm not saying we should be dwelling on the old members. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we don't give out enough gifts to our communities around the globe. Or is it because we are scared? What are we scared for? I mean, what is the problem? Is it difficult to give out a gift? Is it difficult to use a script that was presented to us by the creator? Is it difficult to do that? I think everyone can accept the gift. Before I go to the last one, let me go on the chat again. Serenze, thanks again. She's saying, thank you, Lawrence, for your powerful broadcast. Yes, I will restart recruiting members for TBC. I've been busy working. And then she added by saying, TBCians, we encourage you to spread the word of TBC. Thank you again, my sister Serens from New Zealand. Yeah, we have a lot to share. We have a lot to plan ahead in private. Okay. I have learned a lot from the Billion Coin. I have learned a lot. I did learn from other social sites, traditional networks, trading companies or trading networks, MLM, which is multi-level marketing networks, Forex, it falls under trading networks, stock markets, trading shares, it falls under trading networks. I've learned, but when TBC was introduced to me by a friend, since I normally take things further, meaning study things further. I Google a lot. I want to know more about what I'm engaging myself with. TBC has broadened my scope, believe you me. Today, I can share with you, you can share with me. You've also learned a lot from TBC. We can see the world not in a narrow mind, but in a broader scope like this, not like that. Okay? That's how we see things now. We do understand why are we affected today, why the world is behaving like this, what is going on, and what will be the end. We can share that today, and it's happening. Look at what is happening in the United States. Wow, we didn't know that there's a left wing and the right wing. Another wing, it's with the dark, what? Dark something, we spoke about that with Femi last night. Dark state, something like that. It's like power struggle, but the sad thing is that only one man has exposed himself to be a power monger. And the very same man is the very same man who has advanced this scarcity and poverty around the world. But it will be over because we have a solution. We have cryptocurrency. Of course, with TBC, we're just another currency. We're not a part of those markets. Those markets are going down, and no one's going to save them anyway. So, are you ready for that? So, if you are ready, then you know what to do. You can't sit back and leave other communities without getting those gifts. Let us distribute. 1 billion, it's a bigger number. It's a huge responsibility. But it might be nearer, very near, if we apply these principles. We won't even feel that it's a bigger number and it's far. We won't even feel that. So I'm encouraging everyone to stand up. Let us apply these principles. It's not difficult. It is not even difficult to talk to people about this gift and give it to them. It's not difficult. And there are people. I like what the creator is mentioning on the article. Some people say there are no people. Some they even add by saying people don't have money. People are angry because of some promises that were made by the creator of TBC and they were never fulfilled. You know which one is that? The very common one. But the question is, when that promise was proposed to us, did we comply? Did we work within the time frame? No, we worked outside the time frame and we delayed everything. So who is to be blamed there? It's obvious. Us, because we did not work within the time frame. So just to add something on the last because it was last part one. Now we are on the last one, the very last one, okay? We all feel for our global TB fellows, the effort they've put in the Billion Coin. Sometimes when I'm alone, I really feel that, especially for those who have put an effort wholeheartedly in this community. I think the creator himself or herself, ever, Satoshi, we don't know whether it's him or her, but Satoshi Bitcoin, Chris Kringle in the Billion Coin, the creator, also feel what I'm feeling, what you are feeling, that this mission has to be fulfilled very soon. Not long, soon, not long, but very soon. It has to be fulfilled. Because if it was another creator or admin, they would have said, it's too much. We are not winning. We are losing. Let us leave this thing. Let us shut it down. But they didn't, because the mission is one. And we are not part of the current markets. Yes, some of our fellows are angry. We understand. But at the end of the day, we can't apply emotions in this community in order to further our mission. We have to stand. It takes a man, it takes a woman, it takes a youth, it takes everyone to reach out. It's not going to be a smooth road or journey. It is going to take time, but not that long. But it requires what? Determination, focus, honesty, and what? Love and respect. So that's how I understand it. I don't know what you say. Let me allow you a couple of minutes before we go off. What do you say? I've said it all for today. Thanks, Diana. It's all on us now. It's all on us. And it's all on us, Diana, because if we really want this to work out, it will work out. $100 per day or per week. It's a very big difference. Meaning, if you transact $100 per day or per week, it's a lot, because most of the working class, they don't even earn that. You look at other countries in Africa. In Nigeria, the lowest paid is 18,000 Naira per month, which is, you can divide that by $1.80 per day, which is equivalent to $50 per month. That is the lowest paid. You go back to the former Southwest Africa, our neighbor country, in Namibia, currently called Namibia. We're talking about 1,000 rand in our currency per month. That's the lowest paid. Now, if these two people I've mentioned from different countries, they can make $1,000 US dollars per day or per week on top of what they are earning, I think they will rejoice. That will be a game changer. And from there, they will build up something from there. And some of us, with the guide that we applied before, we never changed anything. We followed the guideline from the creator of TBC, of course. It worked out well. 2016, we made a fortune. I'm one of those people. The same guideline can also work even today. You see? But why did we change it? Why are we not cash flowing? I'm not talking about those who are scamming around our people, lying, promising them that they'll be cashing out. They actually turned the whole statement into cashing out. Instead of saying what? Instead of saying from the 1st of November was the beginning of redemption, not cash flowing. It's a mad month. It's a mad season, remember. Everyone wants money. Even some of our fellows will go around and go astray. But of course, if those reports reach us, we won't just fold our hands and do nothing about it. So we will stand up and do something. So that's a message to the fraudsters, discounters, and the scammers, of course. That's the message. We won't sit back and fold our arms. We're gonna have to deal with those matters accordingly. So I hope we are clear on that. Cash flow is the only way to go. We've been given this surety by the creator that no, peer-to-peer cash flow, do the right thing, no discounting, let's do it. What we did in the early days of 2016 can double that 7 times, even more now. Okay, if you don't know cash flow, if you don't know cash flow, okay, cash flow training, and it's not for free. One has to part with something because true leaders don't coach or train for free, right? So let's hit it. Anyway, thanks for everyone to be here. And we are continuing with the cash flow training in Soweto, South Africa. We are having our 13th session. And then we will also having, after Wednesday this week, we are having another TBC offline presentation in Soweto, but not the same place, a different place in Soweto, South Africa again. And then on Saturday, we are having another cash flow training in another place, but outside Soweto. Then from that one, we'll be planning for another cash flow training for Mpumalanga province. Okay, since we have 9 provinces in South Africa, and that one is the 7th province. Okay, so we are moving and we will be conducting cash flow trainings this month, next month. We don't have a holiday, right through, even beyond our 3rd year anniversary. So, my fellows, thanks for your time. I'll be talking to you again. I've said it all and I've said much. But if you don't see me, don't despair. I'm still a guest to other live stream broadcast. So you can replay this, and don't forget to touch base. Our website, it's www.tbcmultinet.com. Go through that website. It has a lot of things. And then you can also go on Facebook, the Billion Coin South Africa. There's much going on there. There are other videos there about Bitcoin, of course, updates, the replay from our live stream broadcast, different things are happening there. And let's not forget to familiarize ourselves with the education blog every day. Much is happening. Let's stay updated. And thanks again, everyone. Bye for now.